Let's talk about anxiety. The anxiety is an experience, something that makes one feel a lot of discomfort, and it likes to trick people and make them believe they are in grave danger. So they worry more. Then, when you see something negative on social media or the news stories that are going around currently, you worry even more. If you feel your anxiety is heightened, then please stay with me. Hello, my name is Belynder Walia and welcome to my channel Serene Lifestyles. I am a psychotherapist and I help people rewire their mind to overcome stress, anxiety and depression amongst other things. Now, understanding the brain's response to stress and anxiety is a great way to help you to overcome it. You're probably familiar with the flight or fight response, which is the primitive instinct of fleeing or reacting to a situation. Well, there is a third response that you may or may not have heard of, and I will talk about that a bit later on. But let's focus at this moment on what's going on in your thoughts. When people experience the fear of a panic attack or a phobic encounter or an obsessive thought that they may have, they instinctively treat it as a danger. They try to protect themselves with some variation of the flight or fight modes, which are both there to keep reminding their thoughts that yes, don't worry, you don't need to worry, but you should worry, and I'm going to put some anxiety in there for you to worry, and I'm going to stress you out even more for you to worry, and they're only there to protect you. You see, when taking the flight or fight response, this is a very familiar response. People get through the experience because the experience is not actually dangerous, and because they are vulnerable, they believe this is the norm for them, and it can possibly be dangerous, which makes them take the usual protective response and the anxiety or stress kicks in. But it's understandably hard for people to recognize that at that time, while they are experiencing the stress and anxiety, that this is actually happening, that they're just using that to protect themselves. They are more likely to think that they just had a narrow escape from something really dangerous. A lot of people say to me in response, if I try and get rid of the anxiety, the worse it gets. That's why I'm here today and I'm talking about this, to help people realize you need to take another look at the methods you've been using in the past. So how can you overcome the anxiety? There's a part of the brain that has a pause button. Let us refer to it as being mindful. When you are mindful, your mind slows down to assess the whole situation. People tend to forget they can take a minute and they can take a break and they can protect themselves by using the pause button. And the way to disarm the stress and anxiety is to increasingly spend time with it. Once you have calmed your breathing and you are able to, give yourself time to sit with those thoughts and feel those sensations and allow them to subside over time. Train your mind to stay in the current time zone. Anxiety is a future-orientated state of mind. So instead of worrying about what's going to happen, bring yourself back to the present by asking yourself questions such as, what's happening right now? Am I safe? Is there something I need to do right now that will have an impact on how I feel? If not, make an appointment to check in with yourself later on and ask yourself again, am I safe? Do I have to worry about anything? If the questions are a trigger or you find your mind is drifting again, take a deep breath and do the senses technique. For instance, focus on 3 or 4 things that you might see around you, or 2 or 3 things that you can hear. Focus on what you can touch, maybe touch your nose, touch your ears, whatever you can do. You feel your brain then goes into a fast mode, and this mental trick can help center your mind, bringing you back to the present moment by doing the senses trick or even tensing the muscles, whatever works for you. You are able to center your mind and bring yourself back to the moment. And that's where we want to be. We want to be with the present thoughts. These are just a few things that you can do to help you to bring you back on track and understand anxiety and the tricks it plays on you. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care of your thinking patterns.